Welcome back to Redbeard RPG and Pillars of Eternity. I looked at it off camera. Um, Not going to be able to. Um, you can't stack equipment bonuses, so I can't get high enough intellect to pass that skill check yet. Anyways, maybe we'll need to gain a level and go back to the Hall of Warriors and figure out how to get that going. But in the meantime. Keeper of Gross. The dwarven man stands motionless. Oh, by the way, we're in the blood sands. That's so we're just going that way. A dwarven man stands motionless near the roaring fire that lights the cavern. Your sacrifice feeds the land. Supplicants come forth. A gust of smoke curls around him, licking the charred flesh that beguiles on his forearms. Estramor. Your kin doesn't come here to share with the tribes. What do you want? What is this place? Blood Sands. I said Estworm rarely visit the halls. But Galfans call this place Blood Sands. We call it home. The Eeknol have tended to the lands from within this cave since before the arrival of the tribe's Twin Elms. Be warned, we bleed life to nurture it. Our sacrifices may strike you as savage, but the health of these lands depend on them, and it's unseemingly guests for their insults to their hosts. What's Ithic Knoll? Our order has thrived for generations. Before we came to Twin Elms, our rights fed the lands of the eastern mountains. Now we share the blood for Erogilfath. To everything that must end, our sacrifices bring a beginning. We sustain what's to come. Tell me about these sacrifices. Everything must die to return anew, Estramor. The sacrificial rites we offer supplicants the honor of giving the most precious gift back to the brethren and to the land. The blood gives us strength, and even the Gilfathians have come to depend on blood paint. They brim with power before battle, all thanks to the sacrifices of their kin. Remember, Estramor, you're a guest in these halls. Respect our ways, and we'll tolerate your presence among us. All right? No greater honor than dying for one's tribe. All right. That's considered stealing. I guess we'll look around and see if there's anything of interest we can do in here. We got a quest that brought us this way, did we not? There's another
Builder's
keeper.
wisdom to you.
Welcome to the Blood Sands. It's rare that an Estramor sets foot in these caverns. What brings you here, I wonder? What do you do here? I sell and maintain certain goods for the preservation of our order, and I perform some of our ritual sacrifices. Something more? How do they work? Like any worthwhile ritual, it's too complex to explain in detail. It involves clotting the supplicant's essence, binding their binding it to their lifeblood, and drawing it to container or vessel. Okay. Blood Sands. This is a raw, bloody heart of Gelfeth, where some come to give their essence back to the people, while others seek a noble escape from their trials. The legacy of builders to the tribes is not merely Edra and stone, but sense of community, and it's here Gelfathians come to sacrifice the what is most precious, even their own lives, to preserve it. Let's see what you got for sale. A bunch of potions. That all she has? All right, I can't scroll, so I guess that's all she's got. Do I need any of this stuff? Um, no. Major recovery. 6 duration, active hostile effects for 30 seconds. Void the body of poisons. I don't think we need that. Major regeneration. And we really don't use potions that much. Maybe I should be, but we'll leave that alone for now. The heck is that? Earth blight. The bravest sons and daughters, whoops, fall not by the swords of Esterworm, but by the daggers of their brethren. Still considered stealing to search that. Ah, this is probably the guy I need to talk to.
As your blood flows, so shall your essence. Your life's energy shall feed the soil, and your soul's energy shall enrich the community. This is by your own choosing, supplicant?
Yes, the elf's voice is high but evil. The dwarf grips the hatchet with both hands, raises it over his head, he throws his shoulders forward and swings the weapon into the elf's chest, connecting with a meaty thump. Blood gushes around the blade, and the sacrifice screams rend the air. This is why I prefer the wand over the blade. Despite his earlier agreement, the elf thrashes atop the stone table, his torso arching while his arms and legs remain tied in place. Meanwhile, the dwarf spreads his arms wide and allows the blood to splatter his robes. When the elf is finally silent and still, the dwarf pulls his hatchet from the body and wipes it at his head. Okay. What's up, Betty? Dwarf wears crimson robes that are stained and streaked with dark patches. His face is smooth but lacking youthful elasticity. It's as if the lines and wrinkles have been formed and erased many times over. He watches you with his eyes like two black pits, and he wipes his hatchet on his robes. Hail, Estermore.
No one comes to Blood Sands without a purpose. What is yours?
Who are you?
I am the Archdruid of the Ethic Null. For centuries it has been my duty to guide our rituals and guard our knowledge. It is work that requires a certain resilience, but it is not without its benefits.
Okay. Tell me about, what do you say, Ethic Null? We're a Druidric order that has been in Twin Elms since Ethwithan times. Our founders came here from White March seeking a place where we might practice our beliefs in peace, as it were. Unlike most of the Gilfathian brethren, we seek answers to the world around us rather than the teachings of the gods. Interesting. We believe that all life has power, and that power can be siphoned and conducted. We are not, as some suggest, madmen and murderers. All of our rituals are conducted with willing participants and through methods that have been tested and refined over centuries. This allows us to create war paint for which we are respected, if not loved. I want to know more about your sacrifices. We merely believe that in giving up something of value, the energy from that sacrifice can be diverted elsewhere. It's not so different from what folk practice all around the world. If you want to turn the soil, sail a ship, move a cart, you must expend energy. But we're best known for our practice of guilt sacrifice. This is the most potent form of sacrifice because it releases the most energy. We distill the essence of the entire soul into raw power that can strengthen the body, fortify the soul, and extend life. Yeah, elaborate on that war paint comment. A special ungent binding raw essence to the wearer. It grants incredible advantages in combat and has made us indispensable to the tribes. Whatever they say about our practices, most of them all have made use of our war paint at some time or another. Fascinating indeed how the most strident objections can be overcome by circumstance. And how are you different from the Ovates of the Golden Grove? Golden Grove, I remember when Oria came up with that name. It used to be as green as the rest of the forest, you know? We're more similar than they'd like to admit. We both believe in achieving power without the double-edged aid of the gods, but their fantasy is pure creation, something from nothing. They bind themselves to the fact that all life, from the mightiest dragon to the slimmest blade of grass, requires death, and the greatest ends require the greatest sacrifice? Um, that's an interesting thought. I'll have to ponder it further. A wise enough sentiment. Can we buy war paint? I'm no merchant, Orland. Talk to the keeper of Wada. She's around here somewhere. Yeah, I already talked. She didn't have anything of interest. I don't really want to accuse him of murder because I don't feel like he did that. It was a willing participant. It's not really murder that at that point, in my opinion. Um, essence with no nurture, a flesh and essence without to strengthen it. Okay. Anybody of interest over here? Doesn't look like it. Room with treasure in it. How do we get in there? I don't see an entrance at all. Interesting. There's a secret room in the middle. And here we connect back where we started. There's someone uniquely named. What's up? The petitioner before you is swaddled in loose-fitting robes. Her hair is greasy and matted. A glossy film of sweat and grime coats her exposed skin. Good grief. She has swollen features of pregnancy and several missing teeth in her big, grinning smile. You approach slowly. As you approach slowly, As you approach, she slowly, good grief, turns to you and examines you from head to toe, smiling the entire time. Joyous day, you say. I'm Naka, midwife and lore keeper. Her hands run across the slight bulge in her belly. She rolls her head back in size with a relaxed purr. How you doing? Flawless. Apologies. I should be left by meditation. The rite of strength is invigorating, almost overwhelming in the senses. Okay. Well, she's doing whatever she's doing. Better not pick anything up here. Most of the things we've looked at have been considered stealing. Yeah, there's a little bedroom there. And what do we got back here? Some kind of sermon going on, perhaps? No one has unique names. Soilberg, Gilfath. Is that, yeah, that's the entire Blood Sands. Did we not have a quest here? I thought we had something that we could do. Travel to Burial Isle. That's trick Simic into drinking the poison. Yeah, we need to do that. Siege of Krigholt. There's army. Did we not find the arch in the woods? Maybe we got to go back there and find the arch, and because we kind of just blew by everybody and snuck onto town because we were definitely seemed a little underleveled for that area. Let's see, explored endless paths, Radric's Hold, spend time with Durance. What about down here? Tasks. More endless paths stuff. Okay, I guess we don't have a quest for this. So that's the Blood Sands. I guess we'll push forward with the main quest. We didn't really get a whole lot of side quests out of these people in Twin Elms. I'm a little disappointed by that. There were so many to do in
Next time I get the chance, I'm buying you a pint.
Defiance Bay. This is definitely
You want to?
an extreme. The only side quest we got so far is to either kill a baby or trick a guy into drinking poison. Let's see what we got here. I don't think any of this stuff is super valuable. Leave that stuff alone. Colonel Jonas. We've seen this one before, haven't we? I feel like that journal's everywhere. Yeah, nothing super interesting there. What's this? Crisp light flashes run through the aura shard, pulsating. Veins of fire. Yeah, shattered charred stone passage blocks the sun and shadow. All right, last thing to do. Let's group up just in case something happens. But I think we just need to pray.
I've never seen anything like this. Almost beats the Southern Lights.
That's yeah. This isn't what you would necessarily expect to happen. Oh, okay, so like each one of these other pedestals are different gods, perhaps? The piercing ring fills your ears, the whale shrine, there's no other response. Okay, literally all the... Okay, this one I can't either. Nothing happens when you approach Woodwalker's shrine. Alright, let's start looking at these. Hopefully it doesn't, like, auto-start praying. Okay. In the glittering stars nearby constellation, you see a grim shape of a skull. Jaws are wide open. It's frozen in a silent scream. That's Berlath. What's this one? Constellation starts forming an oval shape of an egg. Hyla. Here we got Loin. Constellation of a snarling hound, fangs bared. We might pray to the dog. What's this one? Nearby constellation make up the shape of a strange horned beast. From time to time, you think you sense a faint chill emanating from the shrine itself. Yeah, let's go with the dog. You kneel before the shrine and prepare to recite the ritual words. Uh, uh, is there a right or wrong answer here? Survival begins with strength from within. The air stirs around you. A gust of warm air blows across the back of your neck. You catch the faintest smell of wet earth. As you kneel in front of the sign, you feel pushed forward. You catch yourself on your hands and knees, feeling warm, damp ground beneath them. Looking around you, you find yourself crouched in a clearing in the middle of the woods. You smell dirt, and the smell of dirt hangs heavy in the air. Behind you, a darkened room filled with candlelit shrines. Ahead, you hear the howl of some kind of hound. You feel certain this is a vision, but the hairs on the nape of your neck still rise. Let's howl back. The beast bays in response, its voice high and clear. The thick undergrowth shivers with a moment, and heavy paws pound wet grass. You're not certain if this creature is hunting or leading you, but you instinctively give chase. As you tumble through the dew-spackled bushes and clawing brambles, each stride feels longer than your last. You draw lungfuls of crisp, clear air and feel your energy renewed. The rhythm of your stride and the thumping of the beast's paws drive the blood thrumming into your ears. You speed ahead, following the hound's cries, when a Spitfire pine crashes to the ground in front of you. A massive bear lunges into the gap and roars. They catch a sight of you. You turn and race in the opposite direction, leaping over the fallen tree trunk. Pine cones crunch underfoot. The bear lumbers after you. Its hot breath washes over the back of your neck, filling your nose with the rank odor of slaughter. You see a clearing just past the thickets of broadleaves, and you sprint towards it. As you break through the foliage, you see a massive lioness curled up in the clearing in front of you. With a last burst of energy, you divert your momentum and hurl yourself into the bushes. Any second now, you expect to feel the bear fall upon you, but a furious roar on the other side of the clearing draws your attention. The bear stopped at the tree line. It swipes the empty air with claws large enough to rend armor, but it does not advance. The lioness, for her part, twists her body in a tight coil. She growls, her ears pressed against her head, but she makes no move to attack the intruder. What are you waiting for? When your quarry take an opportunity to escape when you can, you back deeper into the foliage, keeping eyes on the two mighty predators. As you crawl backwards, the heel of your hand brushes against something firm. A warm sigh grazes your cheek. You freeze in place, slowly turning your head to see what waits behind you. Two amber eyes shine in the darkness. If I'm dying here, at least it's with my friends and Durance. I kind of like Edward, dude. He's definitely he's a funny guy. The eyes meet your gaze briefly, then turn to the standoff of the clearing. The hound behind you yawns, fangs flashing. When you turn back, the lion and bear have disappeared. In their place is a stone wolf's maw, gaping wide enough to swallow you whole. Beyond it, the outline of a temple, towering but indistinct. Blood must feed the maw, watcher. See that a true champion reigns. All right, so we got a new quest out of that. All right, something happened at the stronghold as well. Weaver's song, colorful clothing. Weaver. Oh yeah, we already read that when we sent him off. So we sent him off on a little journey, and he got a cloak of comfort, major max endurance bonus, damage proof. Interesting. Neat little item. Got taxes collected. And that's okay.
Hey.
So I guess let's round the crew up. Let's check those journal entries too. Something definitely changed. Council Stars. Earn divine favor. That's very specific. That's very helpful. Reach those destroy the route to Terravon. Reach him with the sense of the pit of birth. I know that requires the gods. Earn divine favor. Or penitence. Travel. I guess we're going to Burial Isle next. I guess that's the case. Do I have like side quests or something? Travel to the Stone Maw and Galwain's Vision. I see. That's what we're supposed to do, and that will earn us the favor. And then when we go to the island, we're not completely screwed. I see. So this is what we need to do next. Okay. Two mighty hunters, a lioness and a bear, wait in deadlock. They face off. They do not fight. It falls to me to resolve this state of conflict one way or another. Okay. I guess let's talk to the tree people outside and see if they know anything about that stone maw. Maybe I can get a clue as to where that might be. If not, we're just going to have to start meandering around and hope we just figure it out.
What do you wish to know? We will tell you what we can. Behind us is Ter Evron, said to pierce the shroud itself and a place of communion with all gods.
Not the only way. Just the only one that doesn't end with your body impaled on jagged rocks.
Okay, fair enough.
Until we meet again. What do you wish to know? There is little to be said about us, for we are bound here, caretakers and defenders of this place. Our journey has been over time, but not distance, measured in observations, but not experiences.
Okay.
We have seen the elms grow tall. We have seen cities built, burned, and built again. The only constant has been the tower, a silent companion through the ages. You can imagine why this recent destruction has stirred my sister so.
Yeah, that would make sense.
If you do nothing else, make that man pay for what he did here.
Oh, don't worry. We will. We'll get him.
Until we meet again, old one.
All righty. And unfortunately, we will have to do
All
that
right, then.
next time. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and have a good one.